So I'm going to unpack a standard spill kit. To start with, we've got gloves. Safety first. You want to make sure that whenever you're dealing with any kind of pollution incident that you've put gloves on, because you don't want oil getting on your skin. And then we've got these absorbent pillows. These are really good for soaking up the oil off the surface of the water. Once you've created a bit of a pool or a dam, these are really good for laying on the top, and they soak up any of the oil. And then we've got the booms themselves, and these are they come in all shapes and sizes, and they can be tied together, and you can make pools. So you sort of tie them to the edges of the watercourse. You make pools to collect the oil and stop it moving down the watercourse, and then you can soak up using the pads. And then we've got Damn It Putty, which is just a clay-based putty material that you can just push and squeeze into any hole or crevice that you don't want the oil to go down. They're really handy, useful bit of kit. We then have pads, and these are really useful bits of kit, really good for maintenance, for laying around leaky pipes or putting them underneath the fuel that you're storing. They're just a really good bit of kit. They also help on if you spilt some oil on a surface, you can use them to soak up the oil. And equally, these granules are a really good product for when you have a spill on a hard surface or something like this where you've got time to soak it up. Just pour the granules straight on top of the oil, and they will help to soak everything up and stop it getting away. And then we've got, this is another type of boom. This is a more, it's a larger style boom, and generally used on larger watercourses, not your little drainage gullies and things like that within the forest. Or you may want to use them when you've got water running into a lake. You can use them at the end of the watercourse to try and create a pool, and you can do that in advance of any spill. And then finally, we've got a plastic bag for collecting any of these materials at the end, and make sure it goes away as contaminated waste. Okay, so this is an example of a floating boom which creates a pool on the watercourse for you to soak up the oil and fuel. It needs to be attached securely at either side of the watercourse using pegs or whatever's handy. We put the absorbent boom around the back of this floating boom, which helps to soak up any oil or fuel that escapes. And we use pillows and pads on the surface of the water within the pool to soak up the oil and fuel. The value of setting something like this up in advance is that it provides you the time to select the best site for a boom to go, giving you the best chance of cleaning it up safely. It also gives you time to react to an incident. Oil moves really quickly through fast flowing watercourses, and it does take quite a bit of time to set something like this up. So if you were to have an incident at a fuel storage point, the thing we want to be doing is to stop the pollution at the source as quickly as possible. So if you imagine this can had been punctured for whatever reason, you would want to be slamming some of this putty stuff onto the hole, and then you need to make sure you've got a boom in place around the base, lowered down, heading the way the water would want to run, and throw some more absorbent material down on it and hopefully get it all caught up at the source and prevent it spreading. Okay, so here we've got a little scenario of what might happen while you're out and about on a harvesting site. An oil drum's been spilled over, so first things first, pick it up, find a safe flat place for it to be, just make sure it can't be knocked over, and then you would quickly grab whatever you have, shovel or something like that, and make any kind of dam you can to stop the spill spreading any further. You can use your foot, anything, and then that gives you a chance to get it mopped up.